Namaste and welcome you to this morning yoga flow in which we will work through the whole body so that you can fully energized start into your day. We're going to start in a downward facing dog. So come onto your fourth, spread out your fingers widely and then tuck your toes so that you can shift your tailbone all the way up towards the sky. Make sure that you create as much length as you can in your lower back. So even if that means that you have to bend your knees here at first. It doesn't really matter if your heels are touching the ground yet, but if you can try to shift a bit more weight to the legs and feel a nice stretch in the whole backside of your body here. Take another deep inhale and exhale everything out. Good. From here, bring your knees all the way back to the floor and start with your cat-cow movements here. Inhale to stretch it out. Exhale to round your spine. Tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, come into the length, lifting the chest. Exhale, round your upper spine. Once more, deeply inhale, feel a nice stretch. Exhale, round that spine and suck your navel in and up to engage your core muscles. One last time. Inhale, stretch it out. And exhale, round your back. Beautiful. From here, keep your core engaged, tuck your toes, and then shift it all the way back one more time into a downward facing dog. Supporting your lower spine with your pelvic floor, round your back and find your way into a plank. Bring your shoulders above the wrists. Take another deep inhale and then exhale. Bring your knees down to the ground. Bend your elbows close to the ribs. Bring chin and chest down to the floor and then find your way into your first small cobra here. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to bring your forehead back down. Inhale, one small cobra. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift it up, warming up that upper back. And then exhale, bring your forearms to the floor, finding into your Sphinx pose. Inhale, feel the lifting of your chest. And exhale, begin to bend that left knee and push your heel into your butt cheek. Do that 2 times each side, kicking one heel at a time into your butt cheek. Nice. And from here, take another big inhale. And if you can, stretch out through your arms, keep pushing into your palms and lift the chest even higher. One more big inhale. Exhale, bring your forearms back to the ground and then find your way back into a downward facing dog. Feel the difference now that you also warmed up through your upper back and your core muscles, and then bring your knees back down into the mat, finding into a first opening twist. So for this one, push into your left palm and raise the right arm on top. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. Bring that arm down to the mat. Inhale all the way up, lift your chest. Exhale, wrap that arm just above that left armpit. One more time. Inhale to open. Exhale to sink down into the mat now. So bring your shoulder, your ear down to the mat and then stretch out through that left arm, coming onto your fingertips. You can stay here, or you could even try to raise that arm on top, circle that wrist joint out at first, and then from here try to bend that upper elbow and wrap that arm around the opposite hip. If that's too intense, just stretch that arm back to the front again. Good. Then find your way back. Slowly shift into your left hand. Raise the right arm on top once more and then bring it to the front. parallel your hips and your shoulders, and then stretch out that opposite leg to bring knee and elbow to each other. Inhale to stretch out again, and then exhale, bending your lifted knee so that you can try to grab the outer edge of your ankle with that right hand. Take another deep breath in here. Feel the opening of your chest, of your hip. Nice. And then exhale, release. Bring that knee close to the chest, round your back once more as you were doing before. And then tuck your back toes and push that left leg to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. Good. From here, another flow. Round your spine. Wave yourself into plank. Bring knee, chest, chin into the ground. Elbows close to the ribs. Lift yourself up into cobra. Maybe you like to straighten your arms here now. And then push it all the way back into your down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees back to the floor. Finding back into your twist now on that other side. Lift your left arm on top now. Inhale here. And exhale, wrap that arm underneath that right armpit. Inhale to lift. Exhale to wrap that arm, hovering above the mat. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here this time for a nice stretch in your shoulder, in your neck. And then stretch out through the right fingertips all the way to the front of your mat. Or even lift that arm on top if you can. Circle that wrist joint first to prepare, and then maybe even wrap that upper arm around the opposite hip so that you can open up even more through the right side here. Take another deep breath wherever you are, and then slowly release to come back to center. Lift that arm on top and then stretch it out to the front of your mat. Parallel your shoulders, your hips again. Lift that right leg this time, and then bring knee and elbow close to each other and push it all the way back. Bend your back knee and then grab that foot from the inside to find your way back into a nice opening here. Really feel the chest lifting with the inhale. And then exhale, release. Bring your knee into your chest, round your spine. And then tuck your back toes to push that right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Inhale here to open. Exhale to bring it back into a down dog. Round your spine, coming into plank. Find your way into your first chaturanga. Lift it up into upward facing dog. And coming back into downward facing dog. With the next inhale, lift your right leg on top for a three-legged dog. Bend that upper knee and then begin to circle that hip out. Keep your shoulders in one line, just moving through that right hip up there. And then even try to lift that knee even higher. Open it up, inhale. And exhale, bring that leg all the way to the front of your mat and in between your hands. Good. Place your back foot on the floor, your back knee down to the ground, and then lift it up into your first low lunge. Bring your hands into each other to stretch out even more, and then bend your elbows so that you can place your thumbs in between your shoulder blades. Lifting up your chest. And from here, preparing for your twist to the right side. Hug that left elbow on the outside of that right thigh. And then take another deep breath here. Exhale to release the hands. Place that left hand on the ground and stretch it out through the right side once more. Lift your back knee. Keep both of your thighs engaged and then bring your back foot parallel to the end of the mat to open up through the other side now. Side angle pose. Circle that upper arm all the way up towards the crown of your head. And from here, find your way back into a warrior two. Reverse the warrior from here. You can again wrap that opposite arm around your hip to open up even more, and then find your way back into center. Stretch out both of your legs, shorten the stance, and prepare for your triangle pose. Bring that lower hand into the inside of your front shin and then lift it all the way up with the inhale. Feel the opening. Exhale, release your jaw. Sink the gaze down and then find your way back into a warrior two. Level your hips to the front of your mat. Find in your high lunge. Once more, inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist to the right side, and then shift to the front once more, keeping that length, and bend it back into a reverse twisted lunge. Nice. Bring that left hand all the way back down again, and then stretch out through the front leg into your pyramid pose. One more big inhale, and then exhale, step it back from plank into a downward facing dog. Preparing for your next vinyasa, roll to the front, coming into your chaturanga, shift it into your up dog, and all the way back into a downward facing dog. Beautiful. One more big inhale to lift the left leg on top now. Bend that upper knee and open up that hip. Make a couple of big circles here. Keep your shoulders parallel to each other. It's just the hip moving here. And then lift that knee even higher if you can. Open up once more. And then swing that leg all the way in between your hands, coming into a lunge. Bring that back knee all the way down. Lift your arms on top and bring the palms into each other. Stretch it out as much as you can. Keep the right angle in your front leg, and then bend your elbows so you can place your thumbs in between your shoulder blades. Feel the opening of your chest. Inhale, and then exhale, twist it to your front leg. Hugging that right elbow at the outside of your left thigh. Keeping the length in your spine while twisting. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring that right hand back to the ground. Lift your gaze. Lift that back knee up. And then come to the other side now. Bring that left forearm onto your front thigh. Back foot parallel to the end of the mat. See that you really ground down to both of your feet to lift yourself up. And from a warrior two, find your way into a reverse warrior. Even wrapping that arm around if you like. And then stretch out through the front leg. Find your way into a trikonasana, triangle pose. Shift your left arm to the front. And then open up through the right side. Really shift more weight into the outer edge of that back foot. Keep a strong stance here, a solid base to open up even more. Beautiful. And then bring your gaze down. Find your way back to the top. And then level your hips to the front of your mat, finding into a high lunge. Keeping the length in your spine, and then twist it to the left leg. Finding into your reverse twisted lunge on this side. One more big breath here. Inhale and exhale. Place that hand back down. And from here, level your hips and find your way into pyramid pose. One more big inhale. Feel that stretch. And then exhale. Step it back into plank from here, into a downward facing dog. Setting up for your last flow. Roll it to the front, coming into plank. Bend your elbows close, coming into your up dog. Exhale into down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe sink deeper back into your heels this time before you place your knees back down to the ground and find your way setting up for your baby camel pose. So see that you use your hands here to support your lower back, and then evenly push your pelvis a bit more to the front, or if you like, you can come into the full variation, grabbing your heels, tucking your toes, and lift the heart space for one more big inhale. Exhale, engaging that core to find your way back. And from here, shifting it into your heels and finding into a deep squat, Malasana. Bring your hands back to heart so that you create as much length in your spine as you can. And then once more to open, place your left hand on the floor and lift that right arm on top. Bring it back down. Inhale to open. Exhale back down. One more time. Inhale. Nice. Then stay here. And exhale to switch sides. Bring your right hand to the ground. Lift through the left side. Inhale here. Exhale down. Inhale to open. Exhale to close it back. And then stay here. Feel the opening all the way from your hip into your chest. And then find your way back into center. And shift it into seated. Coming into a forward fold. So place your left heel into your right inner thigh. And then stretch it out to inhale, exhale, bend to the front. Maybe grabbing the outer edges of your front foot, so keep it flexed. Doesn't matter if you do not reach the foot here. And then take another deep inhale into the back sides of your body here. And slowly find your way back into seated, changing sides, stretching out through the left leg. Bend that right knee to the inside of that left thigh. And stretch it out before you find your way into Janushirshasana on this side. Feel the stretch all the way from your hip to your lower back. Breathing all the way up into your upper back. And then come back up. And come into a cross-legged seat. Bringing your hands onto your knees, onto your thighs, rolling the shoulders up and down. And close your eyes for a moment to settle down. Feel the effect of your practice. Maybe set an intention for the upcoming day. May it be positive. So relax your facial muscles. No tension in your forehead and your jaw. Let the breath come and go. And then lift the arms with a big smile. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart. Say thanks to yourself for your practice today. Namaste.